Now I will discuss what will be the force between two charges if there is a medium between two charges, dielectric medium between two charges. So these are two charges. This is charge q1 and this is charge q2, and this is r, distance between two charges, and this is a medium, insulating medium or dielectric medium. Dielectric medium between two charges. Then force between two charges. Force between two charges is F equals 1 upon 4 pi, and I will take the property of medium. So permittivity of this medium is epsilon naught. Epsilon. Permittivity of medium is epsilon. So epsilon q1 q2 upon r square. जब यहाँ पर कोई मीडियम नहीं था, वैक्यूम की परमिटिविटी हमने ली थी एंड दैट वाज एप्सिलॉन नॉट, और अब यहाँ मीडियम है तो मीडियम की परमिटिविटी दैट इज एप्सिलॉन. सो दिस इज द परमिटिविटी ऑफ मीडियम. Permittivity of medium. And I can also write this into terms of epsilon naught. So epsilon is related to epsilon naught by a formula. If I define a physical quantity, relative permittivity, जैसे रिलेटिव डेंसिटी हमने डिफाइन की थी क्लास 11th में, तो सिमिलरली रिलेटिव परमिटिविटी. सो रिलेटिव परमिटिविटी इज परमिटिविटी ऑफ द मीडियम टू द डिवाइडेड बाय परमिटिविटी ऑफ फ्री स्पेस. So what is relative permittivity? Relative permittivity is the ratio of permittivity of that medium to the permittivity of free space. So you can denote this by epsilon or relative permittivity, or you can also denote it by capital K. So capital K equals epsilon upon epsilon naught. So from here what will epsilon? So epsilon will be epsilon naught into K. Epsilon equals epsilon naught into K. So I can replace this epsilon by epsilon naught K. So F equals, then this formula Coulomb's law becomes F equals 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught K, and Q1 Q2 upon R square. So that will be force between two charges when there is a dielectric medium is present between two charges. Then if there is no medium, then what is force between two charges? So I am taking it F0. F0 means no charge, no medium between two charges. So it is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R square. And if there is a medium between two charges, then F in medium, force in medium equals, that is 1 upon 4 pi, this formula epsilon naught K Q1 Q2 divided by R square. And if I divide this equation by this equation, then what will I get? F naught over Fm. F naught over Fm. So 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught cancels 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. So it is K. So K ऊपर चला जाएगा, जब डिवाइड करेंगे तो K ऊपर आएगा, so it is K. And this whole thing by this whole thing. So F naught over Fm equals K. So this is another definition of this dielectric constant. This is another definition of the dielectric constant. So dielectric constant of a medium, of a dielectric medium can be defined as the ratio of force between two charges in vacuum upon force between two charges in that medium. So that will be larger than 1 since F naught is larger than Fm. क्योंकि फोर्स जब मीडियम रखेंगे तो डिक्रीज होगा, सो K will get positive value. So greater than 1 value is greater than 1. So since unit of F is Newton and unit of Fm is also Newton, so Newton cancels Newton, so it has no units. K has, capital K has no units. तो अभी हमने कूलम्स लॉ डिस्कस किया. तो if we have two charges Q1 and Q2 separated by a distance r, this distance r, then force between these two charges, if there is no medium between two charges, so F equals 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon r square. Since force is a vector quantity, so we will also give direction of force. So what will be direction of force? Q1 apply a force on Q2 and Q2 apply a force on Q1. So consider the two charges have same sign, both are positive or both are negative, then the direction will be this direction. So Q1 repel Q2 along this direction and Q2 apply a force on Q1 in this direction. And if they have opposite signs, suppose Q1 is positive and Q2 is negative, then Q1 will attract or Q2 will attract Q1. So for attraction these two signs will work and for repulsion these two signs will work. So what is the direction? So ultimately the direction of force is along the line joining the two charges. So the direction of force is along the line joining the two charges. तो इस चार्ज को जो लाइन ज्वाइन करेगी उसके अलोंग होगा. My next topic is, since force is vector quantity, so Coulomb's law in vector form. So next topic, Coulomb's law in vector form. So this is x-axis, this is y-axis, and we have two charges. Charge Q1 is here and charge Q2 is here. And this is the origin, and the position vector of charge Q1. The position vector of charge Q1 is R1 and the position vector of this charge Q2 is R2. So position vector PV4 position vector of Q1 is R1. This is vector R1 and position vector of Q2 charge Q2 is R2. It is R2. So F1 apply a force on Q1 apply a force on Q2 and Q2 will apply a force on Q1. So force on I am defining F21 a vector. It is a vector F 1 2 force on Q1 due to Q2. Similarly, I am defining another vector F21. This was F12 and this is F21. F21 is force on Q2 due to Q1. Next, another vector R12. So I am taking R12. A vector from Q1 to Q2. So r12 displacement vector from q1 to q2. Similarly, f21, another vector f21, displacement vector from q2 to q1. So this is another vector, that is r21. Since दिस इज इलेक्ट्रोस्टेट, तो इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स में दोनों चार्जेस स्टेशनरी होते हैं. F1 F2 पर फोर्स अप्लाई करेगा, सॉरी Q1 Q2 पर फोर्स अप्लाई करेगा और Q1 Q2 पर, Q1 Q2 पर फोर्स अप्लाई करेगा और Q2 Q1 पर. तो यहाँ दोनों स्टेशनरी रहेंगे, फिर भी दोनों स्टेशनरी रहेंगे. तो इफ चार्जेस आर स्टेशनरी, देन vector r21, the magnitude of this vector will be equal to magnitude of this vector. Okay, magnitude remains the same. Magnitude means separation, so this separation remains the same. So now I am finding f12 and I have defined f12, a force on q1 due to q2, a force on q1 due to q2, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 over r, and f12 is force on q1, force on this charge. So force on this charge, suppose two charges have same sign, so q2 will repel q1, so that will be the direction of this force f12. So f12 is this. So what is the direction of force? So what is the direction of force? This is the direction of force. And in which direction, what is the vector, displacement vector? Displacement vector is r21. So I will write here r21, और r12 इस वेक्टर और वेक्टर का स्क्वायर करेंगे तो वो उसके मैग्नीट्यूड का ही स्क्वायर होता है, इसलिए मैं यहाँ पर वेक्टर साइन नहीं पुट कर रहा हूँ. So it is r21 square, and this is scalar quantity, so I will convert this quantity into vector, since left hand side is vector quantity. So r21 cap, and you know what is r21? This is unit vector. So magnitude is 1, so no effect on magnitude of force. Similarly I will find f21. So what will f21? F21 force on q2 due to q1. So q1 repel charge q2, so that will the direction of f21. So what will f21? 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2. This is common as in f12, and this is f21. So direction of f21 is, and I have also defined a displacement vector, that is r12. So r12 or square. And next, for converting this into vector quantity, so f12 cap. So direction, you can also check the direction of these two. So directions are same. So this is f21. So since the directions I have r12, directions of r12 unit vector are different, so I can write r12 equals minus r21. Okay, minus r21. Then I can also write f, तो ये तो these two are equal, this is equal to this, यहाँ मैंने लिखा हुआ है दोनों इक्वल होंगे. Then ये दोनों किससे रिलेटेड है? माइनस साइन से. तो ये दोनों भी कैसे रिलेटेड होंगे? माइनस साइन से. तो f12 इक्वल्स माइनस f21, एंड दिस इज द एक्शन एंड रिएक्शन लॉ, न्यूटन्स थर्ड लॉ, एक्शन एंड रिएक्शन लॉ. what does it mean? Action and reaction law. Action and reaction law is Q1 apply a force on Q2, this charge Q2, and Q2 apply a force on Q1. Then according to this law, Newton's law, these two forces will be equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. क्लास 11th में आपने ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स पढ़ा होगा. इट इज अ फोर्स बिटवीन टू मासेस. सो दिस वाज Fg इक्वल्स कैपिटल G. दिस वाज कांस्टेंट यूनिवर्सल ग्रेविटेशनल कांस्टेंट and product of masses divided by distance square. And now अब मैंने पढ़ाया Coulomb's law, Coulomb's force और electric force between two charge bodies 1/4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 product of magnitude of two charges divided by r square. तो दो फोर्स हमने पढ़े. अब इन दोनों फोर्सेस में हम सिमिलरिटी और डिफरेंसेस देखेंगे. तो फर्स्ट आई एम टेकिंग सिमिलरिटीज बिटवीन टू फोर्सेस. सिमिलरिटीज बिटवीन ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स एंड इलेक्ट्रिक फोर्स, कूलम्ब फोर्स. दोनों में क्या सिमिलरिटीज है? सो फर्स्ट सिमिलरिटी आप यहां से देख रहे होंगे. मैथमेटिकल फॉर्मूलेशन दोनों के लिए मैंने लिखा हुआ है आर स्क्वायर और आर स्क्वायर के इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल. सो बोथ फॉलो इनवर्स स्क्वायर लॉ. इनवर्स स्क्वायर लॉ. बोथ फॉलो इनवर्स स्क्वायर लॉ. और क्या सिमिलरिटी है? बोथ फोर्सेस आर कंजर्वेटिव. ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स हमने प्रूव किया था 11th क्लास में कंजर्वेटिव नेचर होता है, और जो इलेक्ट्रिक फोर्स है इसका भी नेचर कंजर्वेटिव होता है. तो बोथ फोर्सेस आर कंजर्वेटिव. थर्ड प्रॉपर्टी, दोनों ही फोर्सेस सेंट्रल फोर्सेस हैं. बोथ फोर्सेस आर सेंट्रल फोर्सेस. नेक्स्ट प्रॉपर्टी, यहां जो ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स है ये मासेस पर डिपेंड करता है, जहां इलेक्ट्रिक फोर्स चार्जेस पर डिपेंड करता है. एंड बोथ आर द इंट्रिंसिक प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ अ बॉडी. ये भी किसी बॉडी की एक इंट्रिंसिक प्रॉपर्टी है, ये भी किसी बॉडी की एक इंट्रिंसिक प्रॉपर्टी है. तो बोथ द फोर्सेस डिपेंड ऑन इंट्रिंसिक प्रॉपर्टी of two bodies. So these are similarities between Fg and Fe. Now I am discussing differences between these two forces. Differences between Fg gravitational force and Fe electric force. So these two forces have some differences, and first difference, gravitational force is medium independent while electric force is medium dependent. अभी हमने देखा कि यदि दोनों चार्जेस के बीच कोई मीडियम आ जाए तो ये फोर्स चेंज हो जाता है, बट ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स पर कोई फर्क नहीं होता. तो I can write gravitational force is medium independent while electric force is medium dependent. It is larger in vacuum, and if there is some medium between two charges, it reduces, कम हो जाता है. नेक्स्ट, इलेक्ट्रिक फोर्स का नेचर अट्रैक्टिव भी हो सकता है और रिपल्सिव भी, बट ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स ऑलवेज हैज अट्रैक्टिव नेचर. सो ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स is attractive, always attractive, and electric force can be attractive or repulsive. Next property, electric force नियर अबाउट 10 टू द पावर 36 टाइम्स स्ट्रॉन्गर होता है ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स से बिटवीन टू प्रोटॉन्स. नेक्स्ट प्रॉपर्टी, इलेक्ट्रिक फोर्स is stronger than gravitational force. If I have two protons, P and P, then proton have masses as well as charges. So due to masses, they will have a force of attraction, and that is gravitational force, and I am representing this force by F. And due to charges, two protons have charges, both the protons have charges, so they will apply a force of repulsion. प्लस चार्ज रिपेल करेंगे, so that will Fe. So this Fe is stronger 10 to the power 36 times, 10 to the power 36 times than gravitational force. So it is much stronger than gravitational force. So these are the differences between electric force and gravitational force.